Hello Pokemon fans, this is ProPokeNoob back today to bring you another battle. In fact, I haven't brought you a battle in a week, so I'm going to be bringing you a triple header today against XX Kitty Killer XX. We were just one night doing a series of random battles, and I decided to choose the best 3 out of the 5 or 6 that we had and bring to you today because, you know, I did miss my birthday special, I did miss a lot of things, and I've only been bringing you update videos, so here's your promised Pokemon content, and I'm sure it will be fun. Now, speaking of that, if you guys have not seen the update video about the day of Ponage, please go check it out now. I will link it in this video as well as the other update video because there's some important stuff that you guys do need to hear, especially since the day of Ponage is scheduled for tomorrow. So, if you guys are interested or want to do it or support it, I do need you guys to actually go take a look and, you know, make sure you find some time to go visit me tomorrow sometime. But anyways, today I'm going to be on the opposite side. I'm going to be a chick, and I'm going to be putting some new music. Not new music, but different music. If you guys can recognize what game series it comes from, you rock. But that's not the point right now. The point is, I'm going to lead off with a Weasel, and Kitty Killer's going to lead off with a Lilligant. Now, the funny thing about this Weasel is it's faster, first of all, and it has a Focus Sash. So he's actually going to go for the Quiver Dance, and the really cool thing about this is he's going to go for the Pedal Dance. I was kind of hoping he didn't have Giga Drain, but he is the Own Tempo Pedal Dance combination. So what I'm going to be able to do is go for 2 Ice Punches, follow it up with an Aqua Jet, and take out this giant threat from turn 3 with a Focus Sash Weasel. And apparently Focus Sash Weasel is a legit set according to Pokemon Showdown, because when they make random battles, they actually give you legit moves and legit abilities and stuff like that. But I mean, I don't see what's so legit about it. But anyways, go try it out, I guess. I don't know. He's going to get 2 speed boosts as I just go for the Aqua Jet, try and get some damage off on him, even though, you know, Leftovers Yanma is a legit set. So I'm going to send out my Slowpoke because legit Pokemon. And he's going to go for the U-turn because the U-turn... Okay, I'm done with the legit stuff. Anyways, he's going to go into his Fortress. I'm just going to go for the Trick Room. This thing is actually a Trick Room sweeper because it carries the Aqua Tail and I think Zen Headbutt and something else of the sort. But he is going to start setting up the Toxic Spikes. Now, the thing he doesn't know is I do have a Krogunk on my team. Now, I'm going to save that for when I need to make a switch into someone else because I don't want my team to be suffering from any type of hazards. So, I am going to bring him low with 2 Aqua Tails, but now he is going to switch out. He's going to reveal that he has the Quillfish. Gonna get the Intimidate on me, which basically means I'm not going to be able to do anything to him, but I am instead just going to go for the Slack Off because I figured he might want to switch. But now I'm going to send in Krogunk to get rid of the Toxic Spikes, as he also has a Balloon, so I mean, but now he starts setting up spikes, and I'm going, oh my goodness, dude, what are you even, why? You have a full hazard setup other than, like, I'm waiting for Stealth Rocks eventually. But he does go for the T-Wave, and this is not good. I don't really want status on this guy because he does have the Fake Out, and he's mixed with Dark Pulse and something. I forget the other 2 moves. But he does have a decent coverage, and he does have priority. And I mean, Paralysis can just ruin that opportunity. But now he is going to switch out after getting his 3 layers of spikes up. I'm just going to go for the Dark Pulse. I don't quite kill him. Now, I am going to, I believe, switch out at this point because I figured I don't want him setting up Toxic Spikes when I have my Krogunk in, because that means the next thing that I send in will have to get poisoned. So I'm going to send in Slowpoke in before Toxic Spikes, because, you know, you don't say that every day. And he's going to go for the Earthquake. I'm just going to take him out with an Aqua Tail. This thing is no longer going to be causing me any issues. I just need to get Krogunk back in and get rid of these Toxic Spikes. He sends in an Ariados. I'm afraid. I'm going to switch out, go into my Charmeleon, actually. Kind of a scouting, death fodder type thing. He goes for the X-Scissor. Doesn't do a heck of a lot because it's an Ariados. And I figured I could probably threaten this guy out with a Fire move. So he's going to switch out. He's going to go into his Quillfish. It is low, so I mean, I can take it out with a Fire Blast, except I miss. So that kind of sucks. So I'm like, okay, now I'm in Blaze range. How about we hit? No, I miss. Okay. He's going to go for the second layer of Toxic Spikes. I'm going, you know I have a Krogunk. Why are you doing this to me? He's like, I just want to force you to poison your guys if you don't send him out. Fine, but I'm just going to hit the Fire Blast finally in Blaze range after I'm about to die. And he's going to be able to send out the Yam. I'm like, well, here comes the Protect. But instead he actually makes a ballsy move and goes for the Air Slash. Which, I mean, you know, random battles. Get ballsy. So, now I'm going to set in the Starmie. And the reason why I did this was, I mean, Krogunk is part fighting. I don't want him to get Air Slash to death. I do want to keep him. Now, I'm going to attempt to go for the Trick, but he actually goes for the Protect. Just to scout to see what move or what item I would have. And he goes for U-turn. I forget what I was going to trick him. I think I had a choice scarf. But he kills me with a U-turn. And I was like, you've got to be kidding me, right? This is just spitting in my face and then feeding my face to the sharks, ladies and gentlemen. And then of all things, Spoik can't kill an Ariados. You've officially sunk to a whole new level of bad. So, this is just going bad. But now I'm going to send in the Krogunk just to get rid of the Toxic Spikes for the Slowpoke because I have a plan, which is Trick Room Sweeping. Hopefully. But this guy goes for Agility, and I'm going, okay. I get Parahax again, twice, as I'm trying to like hit this guy with a fake out followed by a move, and he actually gets to do this in the Tornado Styrian. So I'm like, okay, it's do or die. We gotta go into Slowpoke because I have the Regenerator. I'm gonna have to set up, and I'm gonna have to go for the Aqua Tails to kill this thing. That was the first unfortunate hacks of this particular match. He's gonna go for the U-turn, and he's gonna go back out into his Ariados. Now, I go for the Trick Room, and you would think, okay, I've got this somewhat in the bag. I'm gonna be putting the Force on since I'm slow. You have absolutely no idea what my face looked like. I would show a webcam shot of it, but I was so frozen, especially when I get Parahaxed here. My face was like frozen in time, ladies and gentlemen. I could not believe the amount of hacks that happened consecutively. And a lot of people now are saying, oh, you know, just embrace the hacks. But, and I quote, this is some real bullshit. My face is frozen in horror. That's what I said in this match. And it was just, and he kills me with an HP flying. So, oh my goodness. It was just, that's the first match, ladies and gentlemen. This is off to a fantastic start. And this is the type of stuff you should be expecting from random battle uploads from me. So, second match we're going to get into right away. He's going to lead off with his Chingling, and I actually lead off with a Specs Quilava. Now, this thing is going to wreck face on the first turn. Look at that damage, ladies and gentlemen. He goes for a Light Screen thinking he can just, you know, set up for the... No. Quilava's just going to destroy you. See you later. Have a nice day. But he sends out the Snorlax, and that ruins my day. So I'm going to have to switch out. I'm going to go into my Electric, actually, because it does have Life Orb, but I think it has Coil as well. Yeah, it has Coil with Life Orb. Again, legit. So, I'm just going to go for it. I figured I could take his Body Slams a little bit better with the defense boost. And I could just go for Aqua Tail. I don't want to go for Wild Charge yet because I have the Life Orb. And I don't want to wear myself down to where he can kill me with a Body Slam. So I kind of calced it. I'm like, okay, 10% there. And then I'm going to go for the Wild Charge, just do a double down. But what that does mean is his giant, especially defensive wall, is going to be gone. Which means Quilava can come out and threaten him. So he sends out Durant. I send out Quilava. I'm guessing he thought he'd be faster. Unfortunately not, because he was going for Stone Edge, but nope, I'm faster. But now it goes into Tailo. I'm predicting something like a Protect or anything like that, so I'm just going to go into Rampardos. And he actually goes for the Brave Bird. Either thinking he was going to be faster, or he could take the Eruption behind the Light Screen, but nonetheless, he's going to get his Toxic Orb up for his Guts boost. He's going to go for the U-turn, because he's afraid of a hit from this thing, and Purugly's going to come in, and I just go for the Rock Polish. I am just such an amazing guy. He goes for the Sucker Punch. I'm like, you know what? I don't even care. Head Smash, and that's actually going to take out the Purugly in one shot because Rampardos has a rocket 160 attack, ladies and gentlemen, and that's just going to be another double down. So it's going to be 4-2 at this point. I send out my Ninetales on a balloon, and he's got his Tailo. I'm like, okay, pop my balloon. I don't care. That was a lot of damage, though, so I kind of do care, but I'm just going to take him out with a Fire Blast because he stands no chance, and then this happens. He has a Venusaur. Like, what are the odds of you getting the Weather Inducer that helps the other team in a random battle? That's like Little Cup, you know, they get a Magnemite with Magnet Pull, and all of a sudden now you have like, I don't know, Beldum. Anyways, I have Vibrava here. Now Vibrava is actually my trump card to this Venusaur. It's my best check because it can take the Sludge Bomb, the Earthquake, and the HP Fire this thing most likely has. So I sent in Krabby actually just to be kind of death fodder because I want to see what other moves he has. And it turns out that he doesn't have any Grass move other than Sleep Powder. So I'm going to go into Quilava. He actually goes for the Earthquake. It looks like a 2-hit KO. I'm just going to go for the Eruption though. I wanted to see how much it could do. I was hoping it would kill in the sun. Unfortunately, it does not. So what I have to do is switch back into Vibrava to be able to take all his hits. He's going to go for another Earthquake. I do have the Levitate ability. Now this part I'm actually going to speed up because it becomes a series of turns where I'm trying to think, how can I take this Venusaur down? He has the chlorophyll boost, so if I wake up and try and hit him, or if I have to heal up, I won't be able to do it at the same time because he'll be faster and he'll just take me out next turn, and then Quilava is screwed. Right, so this whole time I'm thinking, okay, Quilava is going to be my sweeper. I'm just going to keep roosting with this guy, PP stalling, and just making sure that maybe he'll miss a sleep powder at one point, which he's not, so I'm just going to have to keep sleeping and letting him hit me. And there was something else interesting about this Vibrava set, and it's actually that I have Outrage on. So in a couple of turns, or actually in this turn, I'm going to switch out to Quilava, let him be the sleep fodder. So now what that means is I can actually predict him to go for the Earthquake to try and take out the Quilava. Or, yeah, and go into Vibrava. That's hard to say, Quilava, Vibrava. Blah, 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 blah. Try and say that 5 times fast. Not the blah, blah, blah part. But I'm going to go into Vibrava, and I'm like, okay, now you can't put me to sleep. You have to hit me with Sludge Bomb, which is not very effective, and I can take those while I go for my Outrages, and that means that I will be able to take him out with 2 Outrages, making it around this Chlorophyll Venusaur for the second match. So that was an excellent second match, Kitty Killer. But now it's going to come to, not the deciding match, but it's just going to come down to the match that I found to be the most intense for myself, because it has a lot of twists and turns. But he's going to lead off with a Ferroseed, and I get a Lapras. Beautiful, right? So I have to switch out immediately. Going to Celebi with HP Fire, as he actually gets to set up his rocks, and I'm going, dude, you're just lucky with the freaking, you know, getting of hazards. But now he gets spikes up. I'm going, dude, come on. So HP Fire is not going to do as much as I like because it has Eviolite. He's going to go into Ninetales, and I'm like, okay, well, Ninetales. Funny thing is, on my team, I have a Shiftry with Chlorophyll. So here we go again. Opposite sides getting this. But I'm actually going to send out Lickitung. And you might have noticed the text at the bottom. It scrolled quickly, but he's going to go for the Substitute. And at this point, I'm afraid because I'm like, okay, what are you going to hit me with? I just want to see what you have. He has Nasty Plot. Oh no. He has Nasty Plot and Sub. And what do I have with the Lickitung? Power Whip. So he's going to go for a Fire Blast. Like, oh, that's going to kill. Except not. And I go, wait a minute. 58%. That was in the Sun +2 from a Ninetales. And then I noticed Lickitung had Cloud 9. So good. So it's quite literally a battle of just, you know, screwing with each other's teams and benefiting and ruining others. But anyways, I got a crit, which broke it, but then I'm going to go for another Power Whip here, hoping that it would break the sub. But it's actually going to turn out that it's going to take 2 subs, or 2 subs to break a Power Whip. Yes, 2 little dolls to break a whip. No, it's going to take 2 whips to break the doll. So what I have to do is I just have to kind of work around, keep my HP up, because I know that the moment he tries to attack me, I'm dead. But I also know he's going to just try and keep subbing up, hoping that I'm going to miss a Power Whip, which I don't miss any of my 8 Power Whips. And at this point, I'm just going to go for a Protect, because I think I might have ran out, actually. So he's going to go for a Fire Blast. I'm like, okay, maybe you can miss, and I can try and figure out how to break this sub. But no, he's not going to miss this one. He's just going to clean me out with a +6 Fire Blast. Now, I'm kind of hoping he's run out of these things, but I know he hasn't. I'm just kind of having wishful thinking at this point. So my next best option is to go into this Electrode with the Balloon, but I know I'm faster anyways. Just go for the Volt Switch, break his sub, and I'm going to go out to someone just to take the Fire Blast and try and get someone back in to try and keep hurting this Ninetales. Turns out, though, he sees this coming from a mile away and goes for the Substitute. So, you know, he knows anyways, even if I didn't go for something like Volt Switch, he could just sub up again and then hit me on the turn after that just to see what set I was. But now, I'm just going to let him take me out with a Fire Blast, and I'm thinking, next plan, go into Shiftry, just go for the Nature Power, bait him just to kill me off with the Fire move, and then I'll be able to go into Electrode, maybe do some damage, or go into my other Pokemon, which you may or may not see. But he misses the Fire Blast, and that's what made this match really interesting. I thought I was swept by a +6 Ninetales. So he has to switch out. He's actually going to go into a Hydreigon, and I'm afraid because he has a Ninetales, a Hydreigon, and a Ferroseed. This is a legit team, ladies and gentlemen. So now I have to go with the Lapras, see what the heck this thing is going to do. Try and threaten him with an Ice Shard, except he goes for U-turn, and he's actually going to U-turn out into his Chikorita. Now, this might not seem like a big deal to you guys, but when you see a Chikorita take an Ice Beam from a Lapras, it's kind of a big deal, especially when he can use Giga Drain and actually do a decent chunk for a Chikorita's standards to this Lapras. So, he's actually going to switch out now. He's going to go into his Lantern, because, you know, just making his team even more legit is fair for me, as I actually go for the Rest, and I am a Resto Chesto set, so Fantastic. He's going to go for the Thunderbolt. I'm just going to leave this thing in to die. I thought he might see this thing might having Lightning Rod, so I might overpredict there and try and go for a Water move. But I mean, Water Absorb and Lightning Rod, you know, you're just going to go for the Electric move. If it fails, go for the next thing later. But now I'm going to go into Shiftry, threaten him out with the Nature Power, as he actually switches into his Chikorita to take it, and it actually takes it fairly well. And this is why I say his team is threatening, because he has legit walls, he has legit sweepers. This is not cool. So I'm going to go for the Dark Pulse, take him out, and that's the first Pokemon that's fallen on his side since the beginning 23 turns ago. But now he's going to send out the Hydreigon. I'm like, okay, I'm just going to leave Shiftry in to die. I don't know why, I just want it to die. But he doesn't kill me with U-turn. So I'm going, okay, let this thing live another day. Send out your next Pokemon. Sends out a Ferroseed. Okay, I really don't have much to hit with, so I'm just going to go for a Nature Power, and ooh, that's quite a bit of damage. Okay, so he's going to set up another layer of spikes for my possible last Pokemon plus Electrode, and I'm just going to be able to take out his Ferroseed with a Dark Pulse, so that's fantastic. So now I know the Hydreigon is going to come back in. I know it's going to go for the U-turn so he can get Switch Initiative. But all that means is after I get this crit Dark Pulse, which kind of doesn't matter, he is going to have to switch out into his Swalot. And this is my opportunity, ladies and gentlemen, to go into Electrode, to pop his Balloon, because I have a Balloon. I want to preserve my Balloon. But he's actually going to switch out, go into his Lantern, predict the Electric move, and I'm like, nope, Taunt. Nice try. And then I'm going to go for the Foul Play and get a crit. So I'm like, I see through your plan. You can break my Balloon. I really don't care. But now he's actually going to switch out, go back into his Swalot, knowing that I'm most likely not going to go for an Electric move. And I just go for the HP Ice, predicting the Hydreigon to come back in to resist the Electric move and to give him momentum. But now I'm going to go for the Volt Switch into my Rayquaza, ladies and gentlemen. Awesomeness. And he actually carried the Earthquake, so it works out even more. So now I'm like, okay, Leftovers Rayquaza seems legit. I got Dragon Dance, seems really legit. I've got really good moves, seems perfect. Except this guy has freaking Toxic, and that's what's going to make this sad. The fact that I actually have problems taking out a Swalot with a Rayquaza, because he has Stockpile and he has Toxic racking up on me. So at this point, I'm just setting up, and I'm like, okay, well, I don't want to scare you out, so I'm just going to go for a Draco Meteor, just to show that maybe I'm not threatening, make him feel a little bit more secure about himself. To be honest, this is the only special attack I have on this. I have Draco Meteor, V-Create, which is not going to get boosted by the sun. Do not get excited. I have the Airlock. And as you can see, my stats are really dropping, but I needed to get the +2 because I wanted to be able to still outspeed most of his Pokemon, so I can go for the Outrage, and while the Toxic is killing me, I can kill him with the Outrages. So Ninetales comes in, boom, destroyed, but I know Rayquaza is going to fall, so now, ladies and gentlemen, it comes down to this. And as you can see, there's a ton of debuffs on Rayquaza. He's going to rest in peace. But now it comes down to this, ladies and gentlemen. I have an Electrode with HP Ice. He has a Hydreigon that can kill me in one shot after hazards. If I can kill him with the HP Ice, it will be a momentous day that I have finally taken out in a random match after making it through these terrible teams that I've received. And he is going to have to go home saying he's lost to an Electrode. Ladies and gentlemen, the Electrode fires off the HP Ice, and it just barely misses on the kill, and he's going to be able to take me out with a Dragon Pulse. But you know what? If he had gone for U-turn, I had the Aftermath. So there is some retribution in this match, knowing that he was just that much smarter, or just that much more durable as a Hydreigon. But nonetheless, that was an excellent match, or excellent few matches. XX Kitty Killer XX, comment, rate, and subscribe, everyone. I hope you enjoyed these battles, and hopefully I will see you guys tomorrow. I might be putting up a Legend of Zelda upload after this, just to kind of fill in the match. And also, you guys should know that I am now on Christmas break. I don't think I'm going anywhere big or for long, so there should be a few more uploads than usual coming out on my channel. And also stay tuned for something special that might be starting up anytime in the next week or so. So, you know, just certain things to watch out for. But thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for being here for pretty much a year with Pwn. And I hope to see you on the day of Pwnage, as well as throughout the Christmas break. Until then, everyone, have an excellent day.